Hello and welcome to today's reading. Today we are using Metaphysics and Music in Adorno and Heidegger by Wesley Phillips. And as always, all of the books or decks that are used in my readings are linked in the description box. So if you want to check out any of the materials we use today, you can go down there and see that. That the infinite in the whole of nature must remain impenetrable to human knowledge leads Goethe to doubt the possibility of a universally valid metaphysical system. At the same time, it was due to the energy produced by this very contradiction of the finitely comprehensible and the infinitely impenetrable that we experience life as a journey, typical of the Goethe revival. Dilthey conflates Goethe's concept of the whole of life with the whole of the life of Goethe. So what I'm getting for you today is that there is some programming that have met each other in your subconscious. What I mean by that is you have two beliefs or thought systems that you hold inside of you that are mutually exclusive. This could be some sort of belief that you are a good person and a core belief that you are a bad person at the same time, for example. The reason these are important is because it's sort of this subconscious and sometimes conscious power struggle between two apparently opposing parts inside of you. This is definitely messing with your ability to manifest and your ability to move forward in the current situation that you're facing. I am feeling a wide range of situations for my audience today. You may be in a career camp or a relationship camp, or maybe just a what do I do with myself camp. It almost feels like it's something that permeates every single sector of your life. It's almost like everything is running fine, but it doesn't feel right, and these two parts are fighting each other because it looks good on the surface, but it doesn't feel good underneath the surface, or vice versa. That may be a situation that you're facing right now. For others of you, you are fighting an internal battle right now, trying to make a decision, trying to pick a path. You are at a crossroads. I just recorded another reading where the group was at a crossroads. You may have seen this or you may be seeing this soon, but if you do stumble across that reading, this may be a confirmation for you. But for this group at a crossroads, you are experiencing two very separate feelings about the way you want to move forward. You have a part of you that is pulling you in the direction of safety, the thing that you have consciously been working towards, and another part of you that is pulling you towards something that is unknown or unfathomable. I am not getting any strong negative feelings towards this other part, but it just feels like you don't see the point of it. It feels like maybe you're having a very strong pull to take what you view as a detour in your 3D self. And in reality, this isn't a detour necessarily, it's actually a crossroads. You know how sometimes you come to a road and you're supposed to turn onto another road, but it's such a narrow road that's so insufficiently marked that you just drive right past it, and then you realize that you've gone past it. I honestly feel like that's sort of the energy that you're feeling. You have this dense pressure on you that you know you missed it. You know this isn't the road you're supposed to be on. There was a turn you're supposed to take, or that there's a turn you're supposed to be taking, and it's coming up very soon. The resolution for both groups here that I'm sensing is pretty much the same, however. You are being urged and guided to really sit with this feeling, especially the one that's kind of surprising you or that you can't describe very well, the one that is less defined. I'm hearing a road less traveled. Quite literally, that could mean you're going against the grain. It's literally an interpretation of the example I just gave. I believe The Road Less Traveled is actually a book. If I find it, I will link it in the description along with the book we used today. But you are definitely being urged to sit with this feeling and try to investigate it. What does it have to say? What does it feel like? What does it sound like? Is it a smaller version of yourself, a past version of your childhood self? It's like a part left behind is what I keep feeling. You may be aware of this part. You may remember leaving this part behind specifically. As I'm talking right now, it is 9:55 and the recording just went to 5:55. So it's definitely a crossroad moment, a huge transformation with all of that 5 energy going on here. But this is something I think that you're really going to need to shut other people's opinions out, because the steps that you need to take have to come from within. I'm getting that this is like a linchpin moment for your life. It's something that is destined to happen, and one way or the other, you would have come to this juncture. And it's now time for you to make a decision based on your internal guidance. You may be in the practice of making decisions based on your internal guidance, but if you aren't, this is something that you're being urged to develop, and this is sort of your first step. You may have to do a little bit of research to figure out how to do that, either with yourself, or you may need to look for resources online or in books or something like that to help you unravel how to interpret your internal guidance system, because unfortunately we are not born into a world that fosters our internal guidance systems. We are in a world that strips them away from us and teaches us to ignore them and suppress them. I'm also getting this swell of compassion, and I'm getting that your guides and your higher self are trying to show you that the place that you're in right now is not a punishment. It is the result of that socialization, the lack of understanding of your internal guidance system, the lack of support that you had emotionally. You did the best that you could do to cope and survive, and you have done that incredibly well. But now you are at a point where you've survived long enough that it's time for you to reacquaint yourself with that internal guide. I am seeing a lot of 8s and 7s as well here. I have been seeing those a lot lately myself, but in this reading, I'm going to bring it up as well. If you are seeing 8, 7, 11, repeating numbers of this kind, or a combination of these, as well as the number 5, these are all messages, and it's meant to be an encouragement to you that what you're doing is the right thing for you. Keep pushing, keep searching. I know that 8 is a number of abundance, so this could be like you breaking through a glass ceiling as far as emotional abundance. So you may be feeling lonely or sad, or like you are lacking community and friendship and connection. This could also be financial abundance or material abundance. So you may be feeling a lack of financial and material support. I'm getting some center back pain as well. This may be something you've been experiencing lately, some muscular pain in your back. Your back and any pain in your back, for the most part, is about support. So where are you lacking support? That is another key for you to find what this inner, smaller, quieter voice is asking you. Anywhere that you feel a lack or afraid or like you don't have enough of something, this is actually a desire that you have that is not being fulfilled. And this may help you sort out the direction that you want to take these next steps in. That is all I am getting for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Give it a like if you did, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn the notifications to all notifications. Leave a comment if this resonated. I'd love to hear what you're going through, or if you have any reading requests or topic requests, I'm happy to create some videos around what you want to hear. As I'm finishing this out, I'm also seeing 10:33:55. So again, there's just a lot of support around you right now. There's a lot of learning to be done, and it will transform you. You are right at the cusp of a new transformative path, and I think you're really going to love this journey once you decide to jump in. But that is all I have for real this time, so I will see you next time. Bye.